But first, my next guests have been performing together for 35 years. They must have started when they were toddlers. Their Las Vegas show is a must-see. It's pulling in the crowds after decades. Now, they've interrupted their Vegas residency because they're throwing down the gauntlet to British magicians and illusionists in an ITV special and hoping that somebody will be smart enough to fool them and win themselves a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Welcome to Penn Teller. It's lovely to see you.
Well, thanks for having us
How
here.
are you?
We're doing very well.
Good.
We just flew over this second. We're
I
doing pretty
know,
well.
I know. You're still on American time, but that's all right.
Yeah, still
that's
a little
fine.
bit on American time, but we.
So this is
it's certainly bright here. It's waking us up a little bit.
Turn down your decorations. They're too loud.
It's festive. No doubt
It is very, very festive. So this is a great idea. You've basically said if anybody out there, any budding magicians, they don't have to be experienced necessarily.
No, and you don't have to be budding. You can be any level we want. You know, the whole idea is you get into magic because you really enjoy being fooled. I mean, you become a magician because you like that more than anything. And then the more you do it, the less you get fooled. You're kind of chasing that first high, so to speak.
Exactly.
So we just thought, Britain especially has such a rich tradition of magic.
Of course.
That we do a show with, Jonathan Ross, have him gather together some magicians. We know nothing about who's going to be on or anything.
Oh, right, okay.
We have no information. Jonathan knows a lot. We know nothing. And we'll sit there in the audience and watch the show. And whoever fools us, we'll fly to Vegas and have them in the Penn Teller Theater in Las Vegas.
Brilliant idea, but I mean, really, they have to work very, very hard to fool you too.
Well, we do a lot. I mean, we've been doing magic for a long time, and that's the fun of it. It's all we're doing is something publicly that's done privately all the time. Whenever we do our show, if there's a British magician in the audience, they'll come backstage after and say, have you seen this? And they'll show us something. And it's not quite that direct of, hey, fool us. Yeah. But, when they end, they kind of go, so, have you seen that?
And does anybody ever get cross with you if you ever reveal secrets sometimes, or is it okay?
Yeah, we've been yelled at a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a line that people draw in different places.
I'd like to know, though. It is fascinating to see, because it's ingenious. It's absolutely ingenious how it's done.
Some of it you want to know, some of it you don't.
Of course you do.
There's several different reactions you can have to finding out how magic is done. And we try to play around with a lot of the different ones. A lot of the different feelings you get when you know that when it's no longer a secret.
It must be amazing when the audience just does that wow.
Yeah.
That wow factor.
Well, that's
that kind of like,
that's
oh my
the
goodness.
wonderful. That's what you're really going for. The first time you do a magic trick and you really do baffle somebody, and really they are experiencing something that they know is impossible. The unwilling suspension of disbelief.
And of course, you have to talk twice as much, because your wee pal doesn't really say very much.
He hasn't said much.
No, he doesn't ever, though, does he?
Not much.
Not really.
No, not that I've noticed.
But he's watching everything that's going on. He knows what's happening.
What the show really should be called is Fool Teller. Because I think many more people will fool me than fool Teller. And we get a moment to discuss it, which really means we get a moment for Teller to explain to me how it was done. And then I will go out and talk to people about it. Oh, no doubt about that.
He is the absolute
That's
genius.
Pretty clear.
But it's really difficult. I mean, you have been doing it for a long time. You must, as I said, have started when you were tiny.
Teller started when he was 5 years old doing
5
magic.
only?
He bought a Howdy Doody magic set. I don't know if Howdy Doody means anything.
No, I know it, but yeah.
But he bought a magic kit in the mail, a little cardboard cut out, and started learning with that, and his parents were very supportive. I get in a little bit later, and I was mostly a juggler when I started out. And I get a little bit later, but did some card tricks and stuff like that. So we've always had an interest, and then we teamed up. We did team up very young. I mean, I started working with Teller, pretty much right out of high school. So.
But it is tough, though, isn't it, to sort of top what you've done, because you always have to be, because I'm sure you're the kind of people who always want to push it and always want to do better.
Although the nutty thing is that magic, you don't have to reinvent yourself like, Madonna, or you don't have to really do that.
Yeah.
It comes down to the tricks. You have an idea of something beautiful that you want to show people and figure that out. And we spend, some tricks we spend a few weeks on. I wish there were more that we did that. But some that we work on, 2 or 3 years. I mean, we're working on this one thing we want to put in. We've been working on about 2 or... We've been dying to vanish a cow. We want to vanish a live cow on stage. Because, magicians always do exotic animals. They always do tigers and elephants. And we just thought, cows are so stupid. I mean, no disrespect intended to British cows. I'm sure they're smarter than American cows. But we want to do that. We've been working on that over 2 years already. The bullet catch we worked on multiple years. And once in a while, because because we've been working together so long, we'll actually have a bit we talked about, 25 years ago that we end up kind of putting in. So it's always different amounts of time. So it's not really like a band who has to focus and write a whole new album.
Yeah.
We just kind of have things in all different stages of development.
And just learning all the time. Do you think you would never stop learning?
I think we intend to die in office. I mean, I think we want to keep going well after we're good.
Now look, I've got a trick, but I don't know if it'll work.
Okay, do your
So
best.
I'm going to see if I can fool you, okay? It's 3 wee doofers. Now, you've probably seen this before, I'm sure.
Well.
1, 2, 3 wee things like
Those
that.
are also just normal things you found around the house, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I've always got them. And then we do that, right? And then
Okay.
we sort of do that. Oh, okay, you never saw that. And then we sort of do that. Anyway.
I think what you're supposed to be saying at this point is 3 balls,
3 balls,
3 cups.
3 cups.
So you want to get, 3 balls and 3 cups.
Right.
Put the balls on top of the cups.
Okay.
Now, the purpose is to make the balls go magically under the cups.
Yeah.
Just like that, and boom, it appears. Was that the trick you were going to do?
That was it.
That was it. We have no idea how you did it. You're blowing our minds here. Now you've got the 1 card.
Yeah.
Boop, still goes through. Now you got 2 there. Now the real hard part is to assemble all 3 balls underneath the blue cup. Watch this carefully, and there they are. The cups and balls done by Lorraine. We have no idea how you did it.
I don't know how that's done.
And what's interesting about this is that is the trick that Teller's parents bought for him when he was 5 years old at Jack Channon's Magic Shop. So you might have picked one that he would have already known. Of course, he was 5 when he was doing it, and it's harder as your hands get bigger.
But it's great. I mean, I remember as a kid going to, there's a shop in Glasgow called Tam Shepherd's, and they sell all these amazing things. And it's still a wonderland for kids. Kids love it, don't they? They absolutely love it.
Almost every child goes through a phase
fascinating.
of learning about how you discern what's true. And magic is a good way to think about that and talk about that.
It really is. Guys, thank you so much. Do you want them wee things back?
I think he tells one more move he wants to put the two balls in your hand. How many balls do you have there? 2 hands, 2 in your hands?
Right,
We'll vanish that 3rd one, and now open your hands and you have 3!
That is amazing. That actually is amazing. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Absolutely brilliant, guys. Thank you. And good luck with the show.
Thank you.
I hope you get fooled.
I do too. I really do.
That'd be amazing. A great opportunity for a British magician to go and play Vegas with you guys. Thank you.